Greetings! Today we'll be viewing a 1 versus 1 between Setin and myself, and it'll be on the map Tat, World Domination, Desert Outpost. Alright, we've got... That's not my commander. I mean, that's my commander, but not my commander. We've got me in the north here, starting with an energy storage. Setin down south, doing much of the same. And on this map, you start with some metal around you. I know the desert metal is actually a little more poor than regular metal. You know, instead of like 2.3, it's 2. Instead of 1.2, it's 1, and then it's 0.5 instead of 0.8. Looks like I'm going K-bots. We've got Setin with vehicles. And in terms of expansion, metals far and few in between, I think. We've got some up in this corner here, some down in this corner. One there. There's not really much at all in this kind of quadrant here. Kind of wasted space, but not really. You've got some plateaus here, some buildings. Looks like we've got a construction K-bot or two out grabbing metal on my part. We've got a vehicle going out from Setin. And, I mean, that's pretty much all the metal. There's like one there, and a couple there, one there. And there's a couple next to the... No, I thought there was two. There's one next to this hill here. So it's on the lower side of metal, which usually does make for some pretty intense games, honestly. We've got a warrior out to help defend the base while my commander is away. Put this guy more up here so I don't get too confused. And we've just got Setin taking it easy here. There's not much metal to work with. He's grabbing some with his constructor. Looks like he's waiting for it to get there. He just doesn't want to do much with his commander, I think, because they drain like 10 metal. We've got a weasel coming out to scout around. I've got some fleas going out to do much of the same. Get a lay of the land. Unfortunately, he might get caught by the weasel here. Yeah, he's definitely caught. I didn't even try to turn him around. Should have turned... Okay, I did turn that guy around at least. So we've got a weasel coming out. This guy might get caught. Looks like... Thankfully, he didn't go, and I retreated to the hill. So he can't get me up there. Get some radar coverage up in the center-ish area. Should give me pretty valuable intel on his movements, because it is a small map. We've got fleas in the back here. Probably getting ready to move in. I walked my warrior out to the metal spot, hoping his weasel would see it and think it was a construction bot. I think he fell for it for a second, but it didn't take him too long to figure out what it was, and he ran away. Looks like he's coming out to grab this metal here. He's putting up an exploiter. Do have a few peewees to help out. Those fleas. I've got one flea down there. He's got a dragon's eye too. I don't know what those fleas did. I might have got a construction vehicle. No, because he had two. Now I got a construction vehicle. Came up, got that weasel with my warrior. Let me slow down a little bit. I was moving those peewees down. What does this radar cover? Hang on. So yeah, I've got radar coverage pretty decently over his base. I don't get the bottom half here, but I can see that. I think that's why I pulled the peewees back, because I saw a unit coming to intercept. Probably the commander. I don't know if I knew if it was or not. Chasing this instigator down. Right now, looks like we're just going with peewees, getting my commander out to build some stuff. Fortunately, he was able to grab that. But I should be able to get this instigator before he does too much more damage. Thankfully, I was able to keep that, but he keeps running away for some reason. And there is a Shodan here. Looks like we're coming up on both flanks of it. Very high damage. It puts out high damage decently fast, so you can overrun them fairly easily. Coming in, his commander's over here, so I will push down with these peewees and get a few things. There's an exploiter. Managed to take that out. It does get a decent chunk of my army though, but I was able to get that other metal extractor and his energy storage, so that should help out a little bit. And we've just got a few more. There's a dragon's eye right there, unfortunately. He can just see me standing there. I should have moved forward. I don't know what I was doing there. Not sure what my plan was. Rebuilt that metal extractor, trying to retake these two. In terms of radar coverage, I don't think he has a radar up right now. I do get some decent knowledge from this hill, so I do like that. We've got some peewees coming to check out this corner here, see if he's started to colonize it yet. I don't think the radar covers that much. It covers some of it, about half. We've got another instigator coming up, and it's just kind of, I don't know if I'll be able to get it. My commander is there, managed to push him into it. So that'll be nice, but he is keeping me from these two metal spots, which is a little disheartening. And he did sneak an instigator around the back here, unfortunately. But he will run right into my warrior unless he goes up, which he does. And he takes out those winds. It doesn't hurt me all that bad. I did bring some peewees up. The peewees that came from here. I brought them down. Or, you know, brought them around. And I'm managing to keep him away from these two metal spots a little bit. So that's also nice. He's keeping two away from me, keeping two away from him. Or right now I've got one more metal. Nope. I've got less metal in him now. He's sitting at 8.5. I'm sitting at 6.3. Another group of peewees. Probably going to do a similar thing there. Come up and around. I'm pretty sure I confirmed that his commander was building here. So I am able to keep an eye on him via radar. I'm bringing a peewee over to see kind of what's going on here. See what he's building. And if I didn't confirm it before, I can definitely confirm it now. Managed to get that weasel. Sweep over down here. He is getting a leveler out, it seems, to help deal with the K-bots. Have a nice group of peewees here ready to strike. And I actually managed to hold these two extractors. Who'd have thought? Ran right into that exploiter, sadly. If I had come through, I would have been able to get this construction vehicle. That would have been nice. He's got his commander. Looks like I guess he's got his commander's radar. So he can now see all these things coming. And I will sweep down. I should probably get this construction vehicle. Stopped him from making the exploiter, so that's nice. Now he's got a few exploiters over here, so it's going to be significantly harder. Almost. Almost got it. He got that Shodan out there, though. And I am trying to expand up here with Twilights. Ideally, I should have put Twilights on these things, but I feel like he would have known and just killed them anyways. But he does have a weasel coming up here to, you know, kill me again. Luckily, the Twilight, I think it starts radar jamming, but he just wasn't in range. So he gets my expansion again, but I am able to collapse on him with some peewees here. Trying to get this leveler down here unsuccessfully, so now he's starting to colonize here. He's got an exploiter. And he runs right into that warrior. He's getting decent energy with these solars. Haven't been able to come back here yet. He's watching that pretty nicely, but I do have, looks like a nice group here. His commander is down south more now. Take out these instigators, probably lose a few peewees. He just didn't engage and kind of surround that Shodan and push straight down, try to get rid of this stuff again. I don't have a Shodan there to stop me. Got that exploiter before I could fire, but there is a leveler now, so I'm going to back up, try to save what units I can. And he's coming through with an instigator here. Luckily, he didn't get my metal extractor. I am getting a guardian up. My hope is that I'll be able to shell this little outpost here, and he won't really be able to do much to stop it without his commander or air. Vehicles won't be able to get up there. But he is building down here, so he's up at 18, almost 19 metal. I'm sitting around 10. 10 seems to be a good point for me in this game. Coming to chase something down. I'm not quite sure what. Trying to save this metal extractor. And I'm just going single file into the meat grinder here. That is a leveler. I do manage to take it out with those LLTs though. And I do get the guardian up. Able to shell this out. He's at what, 356? I want to see how much I managed to do. He was probably at 376. I'd taken one solar out. Quick thinking from Setin here. Quick response on that. He immediately goes and starts an aircraft plant so he can get up there and bomb it. I imagine bomb, but you know, get up there and engage it. I'm just kind of taking shots. It's kind of weird since the range doesn't quite work out. I've got to kind of, you know, finagle it, and he's on top of a hill, so it's also kind of weird. Coming through, trying to get that. I didn't bring enough units though. Got a few units coming in to try and clean up, help get rid of some of these things, and I did manage to spot the aircraft plant, thankfully. I was already working on AA, but that confirmed that I needed to make sure. I'm trying to come over here with my commander to build these and still can't. So I'm focused on trying to get rid of all these solars because that was a big part of his energy. He made some more down here though. And it looks like he's going to airlift his commander. He said, you know, he figured the bombers probably wouldn't work since I saw the aircraft plant first. So he got his, you know, commander airlifted up there to stop the damage. And that will do it. I can't really engage that. I do have a beamer here in case he tries to come down. Beamer has pretty decent range, so he won't be able to come down off that at my base. And I think I took out the Valkyrie that brought him there too, so he is stranded for a bit. Unfortunately, I was preparing for bombers, and so all I had was AA. Maybe not that unfortunate. This commander's about half dead. The SAM's definitely not going to kill it. But since his commander was stranded up there, I took this opportunity to come down and try to pretty much end it. Do as much damage as I could, pretty much. The exploiters are tough though. He's a sliver of HP. Sliver. Luckily, I can kind of cheese the D gun. Don't. It stopped showing my HP. That's how low it got. I was able to get rid of the vehicle plant and a pretty healthy amount of extractors there. But he does come over with his commander. He built another Valkyrie and airlifted him over to stop my rain. Which leaves me in a much worse position because he's still got 10, 16 metal coming in. He's low on energy, but he's still got quite a bit of metal coming in, and I'm still where I've been the entire game, -1, because the commander. So I don't have the commander's resources or storage anymore, but I am still failing to bring in even 10 metal. And he has started an outpost up in this corner here. It's a shame, just a little bit longer I would have been able to get rid of that aircraft plant. Looks like it doesn't matter all that much. But had he not brought his commander over to get me, I would have been able to just kind of sit around, heal, and fortify over here. So I do feel like that was a good decision on his part. Definitely leaves him in a much better place. He's got double my metal now. I'm trying to get some reclaimables to make do, but at this point, I feel like, because he has nothing, and unfortunately, he does have more metal. But I feel like if I had done like if I had started an aircraft plant, I would have been in a pretty good position. I thought I could just, take him out with K-Bots. Got a nice little Rocco for us here. He did get a K-Bot lab up, though, and he's getting his energy back online. These are probably exploiters as well. And unfortunately, this whole building is kind of off limits. So the only paths in here are through this little alleyway, through this spot between the rock here, or if I were to go all around, which is what I should have done, I think. If I'd taken those Roccos down through here, destroyed the solars, and just come through, the Roccos definitely would have died, but I think I would have at least gotten one exploiter, I think. Because he can't really push on me right now with the AKs. I've got enough. I've got a few SAMs, which will hold off lighter K-Bots. I've got a Beamer, which will help hold off heavier K-Bots. But he is starting a base up here, which I am oblivious to right now. So that's a bummer. And this is also plus contour 15. This is also way too high to shoot over with hammers. I do believe I try that, and it fails miserably. We've got a little battle here. He's got scorpions trying to fortify and keep these, and I've got LLTs going up here. Joke's on me, though, because the more I focus here, the less I focus here. In fact, I think that's an exploiter. I think I lost my construction K-Bot to that. And I didn't even notice. I was too busy down here. Like, I know I lost it because I looked up there. I'm like, huh. The rest of the corner's not built yet. And even this one wasn't built either. Was it the LLT? I think he just built the... Okay, so it was the LLT that got him. And that wasn't built. So I knew something was up there. But I failed to check it out. I think had I checked it out, this group right here, if I sent this group over, this corner would be gone. And I'd be in a much better position. Like, this is only 2 metal for him, maybe. But at the same time, I mean, that's quite a bit of energy. 10, 12, 14, 16. That's 180 energy right there. And he's getting a second K-Bot lab up. If I could have gotten rid of that, I think I would have been in a good position. Because I would have been able to have all this metal. You know, I'm only making 12, 8. I'm reclaiming, so it's kind of fluctuating. But I mean, that's the best I've been doing. That's the best I've done all game. This too, I really should have checked that. But even, you know, I got tunnel vision on these solars right here. For some reason, I thought, oh, if I can take these solars out, I win the game. And that may have been true if I took those out like 30 seconds after his commander died. I think maybe I would have been great because he wouldn't have had much energy to do any of this with. But, you know, here we are quite a while later, and I got nothing. I'm still working on them right now. Hammers, I should have brought in hammers forever ago. And now he's got AKs coming out from here and attacking me, and he's just colonizing. Sucked up my metal extractors. Metal I've just given him. The hammers were supposed to, you know, win it for me, but they literally can't shoot past any of this. They'd have to go all the way around, and it just wouldn't be... Just wouldn't do it. Because that's a bummer. I was damaging his K-Bot lab slowly. But he was bringing AKs in, and it wasn't sustainable. Try to come around. He's got pretty healthy defenses there. Solar's in the way. I would have had to take the solars out first. It's just a bad time. It's just a bad time. Still not in a great position to push on me. But he's getting there. He's getting there. He's got 24, 22 metal to my 14. I am taking hammers around so I can start shelling some of this stuff out. But I have no intel on what's back here, so I'm not really sure what to target. I can see this, but you know, I move up to try and get what I believe are LLTs, and I've got to come into their range, so it just doesn't work. Especially when it's all single file, too. I wonder if I could have shot through here. Wouldn't have done me too much good, honestly. One solar. I'd have been able to take out one solar at best. Maybe two. Maybe two solars. Because you can't step. You see this got the tile itself is a little bit raised, so you can't actually walk on it. And here I'm actually running out of energy. I am finally starting an aircraft plant, but it's a little too late. He's got an aircraft plant up already because, I mean, he's doing way better resource-wise than I am. He's got a nice little army over here, nice fortification. These are probably all exploiters. Just the front one. So he's got gunships coming out, and that's pretty much it right there. I can't defend against that. I do have SAMs, but... I mean, I can defend against the 3, but since he's now got a base over here, base down here, with air, that means... You know, the air I'm struggling to get up, essentially, and I have a whole 5 metal now. I can't do much on 5 metal. I can get some bombers, but he's got air. He's going to, you know, be able to counter it pretty easily. What do I do? Finally got my air up. I'm still trying to do this. I'm trying to do this. I'm spending probably around 23 metal right now. I'm making 5, not even making 5.5, just shy of 5.5. So, you know, the bombers get up very slow, and I still need units to defend myself, but now I've got to defend against air and ground. Core air at that, so he has blade wings where he can just come in and paralyze stuff. come over to bomb this stuff. And this is when I figured out he's got a whole... I mean, I knew he had stuff back here, but figured out he had a lot back there. I should have came through and bombed this stuff, I think. I don't know. I can get like one bomber out. It's not helping much. It was a decent bombing run right there. But now he's got the heavy artillery coming in. He's got the cavalry that's arrived, so it's just gonna take out all my defenses here. I think this is it. Maybe. I got bombers. He's got anti-air though. That was a waste of a bomber. And he just comes in and cleans up. All in all, I thought this was a really good game. I thought this was a good game, and I started doing stupid stuff, trying to get these solars down here. I think that was the problem too. Is like once the commanders died, I thought I had it for some reason. At no point was I ever even close to having it. I feel like watching the replay, watching the resource difference between the two of us. There was no point where I was ever in a position to really win, except right after his commander died because he didn't have a lab. And I didn't capitalize on it enough, I think. All in all, it was a really good game, though. And, yeah, thanks for watching. We will see you next time. Oh, wait. We're actually going to get a victory screen for once. Yeah, metal produced. He not quite doubled my metal, but close enough. And I did do more energy. No, that's excess. I wasted more energy than him. He did waste a lot of metal, but he was without a plant or a commander for a while. So he had no storage and nothing to use his metal. So that's probably why he's got the 4,000 there. Energy, we were fairly close. We were close enough that probably didn't make a big difference. Metal, that's definitely where I lost right there. He doubled my metal. I should have I think if I had put more focus in grabbing that corner over there, you sent a few constructors to, get up defenses first, then get some extractors up, even maybe just put Twilights up, skip the defenses. He probably would have raided the Twilights, but they would have lasted longer at least. He wouldn't have been able to do it with like a single raider. I would have been able to go over, or instigator rather, like he was, or a weasel. Even if he knew the Twilight was there, I would have been able to kill him before. So they would have lasted a little longer. I should have invested in Twilights. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.